All right, so today class is about filter and sorting, right? So first thing in filter, we're gonna add a component. You can call it anything, but let's call this issue status filter, right? This is what I'm gonna name it. So what we're gonna add is, we're gonna filter in the display, right? View page here. Look at this. This is the view, issue view, right? So in this view section, there is a page where I need to do the filtering and all that. But first step is creating the selection box or component, right? So let's go to the view, and within this component, I'm going to create that component. Okay, call it issue status filter. Good. Yeah. So again, in here we're going to use the select component from Redux UI. Select component, right? And how it will work: select dot root and then select dot trigger, right? Like that. And you can give it any placeholder name. So filter with status, right? Something like that. So close that. The trigger means when you click, right, it that box, like when you click, trigger all the options there. Okay, so the option will be select dot, I think, content, right? Content, and then you're gonna add the item right here. Select dot item. So let's call it first, maybe select that item. What is this? So yeah, the value is missing, right? We have to give the value here, property called value. So let's give it maybe filter with like open, maybe open, right? If something is open, okay. So I can call it open, and then you're gonna have in progress. So we have to check how it is written, right? It should match our database, but I will just put it for now in progress. I'm gonna check later, like that, in progress, closed, right? So you're gonna create something like this. You can, okay, so we can have open, in progress, closed, right? But later you're gonna have also what, one like display all, so on the top you can add select item, and here will be value for, like, let's call it all, right? So all you want to display all. See, I'm gonna, these things not gonna work, right? We have to, basically generate this data by, checking or make let's say validating our data, right, with the database, basically creating some kind of schema. Okay, so we'll check that later, but for now this is a simple starting point, right, for our component. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, my point is to display here something. Okay, that is what I'm thinking about right now. So where I'm displaying now, right, I have to find this add issue, add new button, right, like new issue button. So let's see if that is here. Assign, let's say edit filter, right? No, I don't see. So that may be here, action button. I believe this is the one. Add new issue, right? Add new issue, yeah. So this is the button. What I will do, right, within this button, maybe I will display that. So let's do one thing. Import issue status filter, correct? And then I'm going to need a div, right? Div, and or let's call the flex, okay, better, so that we can put it side by side. Flex, wrap it in the flex box, and inside the first one will be the filter. Let's add the issue status filter, right? Add that, and the second one will be this button. So now if I refresh, save it, right, you can see something like this here. I mean, all is open, right now you don't see anything, but we have this. So flex, we can call it justify between, so that it will push away from each other, right? Between, and let's call it, I think, item, right? Item, or maybe align, okay? Center, yeah, save it. So okay, so now add button is here, and the open, close, whatever, right, filter is here. So this, okay, this is fine. Now it's time to build basically this part, right? So let's do that. So we need to create some kind of database, or basically data, right, for just to display here, okay? To see what I have done is look at this, right? Just copy this. So status, yeah, we're gonna get that, but I will just copy this for now, and I will explain this. Where I can put this, maybe somewhere here, fine. Okay, so this status is, what is this status, right? Just remember, this status is the schema from the Prisma, right? Schema, we have status. Why I need that one? See, what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to build the array. Just look at this one first. Array with the object inside, okay? So because I have 4 value, the label will be all. That is the first one. Second one is open, third, I mean close, in progress, right? And value is this open, closed, in progress. I mean, this is easy. You can build this, right? This is array with object. Just imagine array with 4 object inside, right? Okay. Now, when you build this item, right, we must, define something in advance. See, even sometimes, right, if someone put like this, now see, this give me error. Why? Because this open does not exist inside our schema, inside our status schema, right? There is no open with space. There is something like this. Okay, so we have to define the type here also, right? So variable name cons status, right? And how you define the type of the object, array with object. So you just put the object like this. The first one is label, give the name, right? Value is string. Second is the value, right? The property name is value, and the data type is, okay, so here label data type is string. Okay, this is type of data, right? String. Value, the type of data is status. This status we getting from our schema. Remember, in Prisma, when you have a schema, right, Prisma also give you the type. So you just import that schema, and that is the type of data, right, stored in the value. The value can only have open, close, and in progress. Even if someone makes some space like this, right, so it will give you the error. Okay, that's not the correct data. Okay, it should be without space, right? Clear? So we build something, and also we have type checking here, right? Everything perfect, no error. Okay, now Now, right, it's time to do something here. Okay, let me change this by filter by status, right? With status, better by status. Okay, so it's time. Now I have this array, right? I mean, I can loop through this and get the label and value. I can get that, right, and display here. I don't need to put all this one by one. So what I will do, I'll just delete one of all of them, put the curly bracket, and I says map dot, no, how you map? So variable name, right? What is the variable name? Status. Status has this array, right? Array. Okay. Array dot map. So this is a loop. You're gonna call the callback function inside like this, right? And then you put this one. Okay, so I think I have done something wrong, right? I copied something. I copy everything from somewhere. Okay. Okay. I don't need that. What I need is, first in the callback function, you're gonna have a status like one object, and you're gonna call your select dot item, right? Item like this. Okay. So you have to remember, when you map, right, you must provide the key. I'll just call the status dot maybe label, right? Let's give it label. That is the key. You're gonna give value also, because select item must have a value. Whatever you're selecting, that is stored in this value, right? This value is the item what you're selecting. So value will be here. Either it will be all or open or maybe closed or in progress, right? So we can do something here. Let's see what we can do, right? Status dot label, right? Is that value? Let's see, status dot label. No, because value will be this, like all or open, close, in progress, right? Okay, let's do that. So that is we can call it value. Okay, value, fine. And here will be the label. Okay, whatever you want to display, right? The name. So again, status dot label. Good. So we have error here. What is saying now, right? String undefined is not assignable to string type undefined, basically string, right? So see the problem now, right? We have 4 items here. One of them don't have the, what do you call that, don't have the value. Okay, because all is there is a label but there is no value, right? So how are we going to fix that one? So if there is the label, right, let's see, if there is a label, if this is true, right, then display that. If not, this is the I don't know what operator we call that, right? But basically, if this is a null or undefined, if there is no value, right, let's say in this one, no, there is no value, then you're gonna display just display, I think, all, right? Yeah, display this. Oh, what happened? All. So that problem should be gone, I believe. See, if there is a value, then display this value, basically add that value to this value, right? But if this is undefined or null, then just put this all here, just display that, right? So there is a name, I just don't remember, right? This operator is something new in the JavaScript. Okay, whenever you have null or undefined here and you need to display something, then you can use this operator. Fine, so done. So let's check now, right? Let's check the, yeah, you see now you have all. Yeah, because I still need to delete this one. This is extra, right? Save. So you can see now there is all open, close, in progress. So when the next step, okay, so we're done with the one part, right? Let's commit this one. Okay, git add git commit -m, and we call it you know, what was the name? Just build the filter component, right? Okay, and git push. So we just build the filter component. The next step is how we're gonna filter now, right? How we're gonna filter, that is the next thing. So see how this work, right? This is our view page, correct? In this page, when I click open, right? When I click open or closed or in progress, when I do that, what gonna happen? That means I'm selecting, right? In the root here, there will be on change, on value change, right? On value change, you're gonna have maybe function, right? So function can be anything. You just name it something and then write, or you just write here like this, correct? You can do that, right? So here will be like a value, right? Value. This will be the value which we're getting from this one here, this is the value. Or maybe if there is no value, then this all, right, will be added to this place. Okay, so that value will be passed here now, will be passed like a query. We're going to send this as a query param, right? Like this. Look at here. So status, like this, status will be open, right? Or if you click open, then status will be open. If you click close, status equal to close. In progress, status equal to in progress. If there is nothing, all, right, that means here will be empty. Okay, nothing. So this is what you're gonna see, right, on the top. So when you have this, let's say you have now query params, right? This is called query params, or query params, I believe. Yeah. So when you have this query params in that view page, you're going to use that open or in progress or something, right? And then you fetch the data from the database based on this value. So you might just fetching, because you are filtering, right? So you just want to get everything with the open or closed or in progress, or whatever is the status here, right? Based on that, every time the status change or query param change, the page will try to fetch again, right? The page will run, it will fetch the data and it will display that data, right? I mean, we are already displaying, correct? We are already displaying it. But if I remove this, right, we are already displaying. So okay, so there something on value change. Basically we don't have anything here, right? So this console dot log value, okay, for now, right? Client component props. Okay, what happened? Something went wrong. Okay, let me close that. So basically you're gonna click on this, right? The goal is here, every time this change, this will trigger, select root will trigger, right? And there is a function on value change, the function will run and that will create the query parameter. That is what we're gonna do now. Once we have query parameter, then the page, right? The page here, let's go to the view page. This page, remember right now we're fetching all the data, right? We are fetching everything, but here we're going to add some logic now, some like just fetch based on the query parameter, right? Either fetch everything or fetch based on the query parameter here, based on the parameter. So we're going to write that option logic. Okay, so let's see here, right? Yeah, so what I will do, I mean, we're going to just copy this and put there and explain again. So in the issue filter status. Yeah, again remember this page, right? I think the error was because this page is what, this page is the client side action. Okay, client action, right? So when you have a client interaction, you must make your page use client. We can do that. All right, so now I think the error should be gone, right? But I mean, there is no error right now, but when you make any action, right, you must have this. So I will just place the code what I copied from there. So again, on value change, same thing. There is a callback function what I saw you all earlier, right? You're gonna have status, or you're gonna have value, whatever you can name it here, that is equal to equal to the value status here, right? This equal to this value, okay, whatever you are passing, equal to that. Okay, so either this will be all, or open, or in progress, or close. So next step is, first we're going to build the query, right? Just string with just build the status, right? If this status equal to all, then just send the empty data, empty, right? Like undefined, send it. This will be undefined. Okay, it means there is no value, right? That is what you're going to send. If status is equal all, you're going to make it empty. If status is not all, you have like open, in progress, or close, then what you will do is you're going to send the status, right? So look at here. Remember I saw you before, status equal to like question mark, status equal to something, like open, in progress, or something, right? So we just build this query. Okay, either will be empty, or you're gonna have with question mark status, maybe the value open, in progress, or close. So we build this. Now how are we gonna make that go in the top of the page? Here, how are you gonna make it, right? Like question mark, like this, status equal to open. How are you gonna make? So we're gonna use our use router hook. So we have to import that, right? Import, we used before also, use router from next navigation. Make sure it's from next navigation. Okay, and then that is the hook. So you must run that function by just calling use router like this. So use router job is to route, like to give you some route, right? Routing. Okay, so the query is ready here. We're gonna say use router dot push issue localhost 3000 / issue / view, and whatever is here. So maybe you have localhost 3000 / issue / view question mark open, for example, right? Like this, question mark status equal to open. So that is what you're gonna push to the browser, right? When you push here something, then now it's time, right, for this page to take action. Okay, so now you are sending some data. Okay, let's check now, right? See if this is working or not. Okay, so what I will do, I'm just gonna refresh this page, right, and it should work. So if I click open, see status equal to open. Look at that. If I click close, status equal to close, right? Or in progress, if I click all, nothing, same, right? So I have the query parameter here. Now how am I going to use that? So let's go to the page. Okay, the page where you displaying this, right? You have all this table, everything. So in here, we first, we have to read this. So we can do what we can do, right? Either you can create a props, or just write it here, like search params, right? That is called search params. Right? And what is this search params? Search params, this search params. Search params is basically the status. From there you're gonna, and that status is what, basically the status, right? I mean the type of that is status. Search param or query param, let's check. Okay, even I have no idea, right? Oh, what happened? Search param, that is fine. So search EARA. I don't know why I'm getting error, right? Maybe the spelling mistake I have done somewhere. Okay, so let me just copy this. Oh, see, look at here what I'm doing, right? God, that's why this, this is the this is the, Prisma to get the data, right? That is not our component, our component is here. See, here, my God, search params. That's why I was typing and I said, why this is giving me error? So in the component, right, you're gonna put that. So search params means anything after in like question mark and something, okay, that will come inside this search param object. This is object, okay. So here that search params, the type of data will be basically search, or not, that is search, right? Yeah, SE. What we have added, let me check. Status, okay. This is what will be in the browser, right? Status equal to, so we need to put here status. And how many pages are open? So here search params equal to status, and that status is the status coming from the our Prisma, right? statu status. So we have to import that. Maybe it's not here. So let's import. Yeah, I think there is a mistake. Import status from Prisma client, because this is the type, status is a type also, right? Because this is the schema of our database, and when there is a schema, you can use that as a type. So this status, it will be something from this Prisma status, right? Like either it will be open, in progress, or closed, right? And that will be inside this search param. So we have this search param now. So we can, like we can use that, okay? So basically, like here, right, you can pass something easily, like now, just give the where clause, right? Where, so this is from issue, right? Inside the issue, we have status, correct? Status equal to search params dot and status, because this search param is the object which is in top here, right? Here, like status. So search params dot status, and this will give us this open, right? So if you pass open here, that means from the issue it will just filter out, right, with status open. Clear? So it's done, right? It's done. It should work now. So right now we have, like we just have open, we don't have close or anything, right? Let's add a couple of more, okay? Let's add it, and then we're gonna test bug 7. Okay, so the thing how we're gonna change this status. Let's make open, close, and all that. So how are we gonna do that? Yeah, npx Prisma Studio. So I will go to the issue, right, and change the status. So I will change this to in progress, change this to close, change this to close, change this to progress, and leave it maybe open. Right, save all that, and now check here. So refresh the page. See, so we have something like this, right? Now if filter open, you get only open, close, right, in progress. Good. So it's working. And when you click on all, right, that means the search params will be empty. In that means that is undefined. So when you have undefined, it will basically display all the data, right? All. Okay. All means all. In progress, closed, and in progress. Okay, so I mean, it's working. Okay, that's fine. So I believe done. Okay, the problem now, right? Let's say in the status here, you're sending something like this, and just put X, right, and enter. We get some error, right? Because there is no in progress X inside our database. In the status, there is no. So this is give us now our code is not like robust, right? There is some issue. So how we gonna filter that out? Means if this is not correct, right, then you should not be sending this to the filter. Okay, to find the data, right? You should not be sending here. We should not be sending here. Okay, right now we're just taking directly, right, from search params. From here we are taking directly and adding inside the where clause. But before that we can do some like some kind of test here, right? So what is that test? Let's look at this code quickly, because if I start typing it will gonna take time. So what is the test we can do? So just look at we have this status, right? This it has like in progress, open, and close. So from there we can create the object, not object but array, right? We can do that by calling this. See what happened? This object property, right? This is the constructor function. Basically, let's say object, right? Something built inside JavaScript. Object dot values from where? From this status. Okay, so from this object, right? Look at this. So you're gonna get that value open, in progress, and close. It will create the array like this, something like this, right? You're gonna have open, close, right, and in progress. So you will get array like this, okay, by doing this object dot values and from status. Okay, so the status is this data type, and here is all that object in progress, close, right, built like this. Look at this object. Okay, so from this object we are getting that value, and it will create. We're just gonna get array like this. Okay, just remember that when you have object and you need to receive the array, this is what you're gonna do. Why I gonna need this? There is a reason, right? So the next thing is I'm gonna just copy this and put here. So see what happened now, right? I have this array. So array dot includes, right? So includes, we know we use in our JavaScript. It will check inside this array if there is this params dot status. Look at here. Right now we are just doing directly, right? Params dot status. But now we're gonna check if that present inside this array. If that is true, then you return params dot status stored in this variable status, right? If somehow this is not true, like when I did X there, right? That means undefined, then please don't return that wrong param status, right? Don't do that one. Just put it undefined. Okay. So when you have undefined, it will be always what? You're gonna get always the all the data, right? So fine. So let's now I'm just gonna call this that status, this one. I'm gonna use it because now it will guarantee, I will be getting something correct always, like in progress or closed or open, right? It guarantee here. Okay, fine, done. So now it should be no problem. Let's try, right? Close, we get close. Open, so let's say I put X here or whatever I put, right? Maybe Y. Enter, undefined, that will return undefined, and I will get everything, but I don't get now error page. So that is something we have to take care, right? When you are doing the filter part, because you don't want anyone's putting something here and sending some wrong. Okay, so we're done with the filter now, guys. Let me close this. So git add. Filter, right? Status and git push. Okay, so that's finished. What is the next thing we're going to do? Now, next one is sorting, right? Sorting now. Sorting means, as I explained before, you want to like sort out, like you're going to, let's say right now, all display all. You're going to click here, right, on the title, status, and created ad. So you're going to sort it according to this created, right? Like ascending order and all that. So first thing is modifying this header section. Okay, because we need to make like clickable this. You're gonna click this, right? Again, the thing is, no matter what you do, what we're gonna do here, right? When even with this or clicking here, right, the information has to go in the database and fetch based on that information. So the information, I mean, we have a status here like open. Let's say there is 100 of open, right? Now you want to sort that with the ascending order, descending order, whatever. Then you have to pass the second parameter here like this. And let's call this order by, right? Like this. Yeah, we're going to call it order by. Order by equal to maybe title, right? Title. Or maybe you're going to have like a status, right? Order by status. Or maybe you have created ad, right? Created ad. Okay. So see, look at here. The title, status, and created ad, right? These are the fields coming from our schema, correct? I mean, from our table, right? If I have to go and show you there in the Prisma schema, if you look at the issue, there is a title, status, and created ad. So we're gonna, based on this information, right? This information, try to sort. Okay, do the sorting. So the thing here is first step is make this clickable. Okay, click. Let's do that. So again, I'm still in the, so I'm gonna click now, right? Where is these things? Inside the page, right? Page. Here, this header section, So these three things I need to change. So, I mean, you can add, right? You can add the like link here, link one by one and do all that. But the better approach is to create the array and map it and then display all that, right? Because again, you need to pass this, somehow, somewhere you have to pass this class name also, correct? You're going to need that. So also next time when you click, you need to change on the here, right? You have to, update this also. So that these are the things we have to take care. How we can do that now? So yeah, somewhere here we're gonna create here on the top, right? Maybe. Yeah, just so we're gonna create some array, okay, some array there. So some array like this, right? Let's do that. Here I'll just copy. Uh, Again, let me import first. I mean, we have already, right? I'll just put here. Also, we're gonna need an issue type, right? Also issue type from Prisma client, okay? So just create one variable called columns. Again, you're gonna define the type. Label will be string, and the value this time, right? Value will be the key of issue. What is the key of issue? See, the issue schema has ID, title, description, status, all that, right? So whatever value I'm going to use, right, that will be coming from this issue, okay, nothing else. So I'm going to use title, status, and created ad. These are the three value I'm going to use, right? Okay, so and that is the basically object in array, right? So I'm going to create array now, array, and the object is here. Label is basically issue, or you can call it whatever, right? What is here? What is the label I have added? So that is title, right? So you can call it title, does not matter. Title like that. Then value will be title. So this value is exactly, if I remove space out or something, right? See, I'm getting error because this title does not present inside the issue, okay? There is a title, but with no space, like that. Okay, so status, next title is status. That is what we're gonna need here, right? Let me expand a little bit. Status, and then created ad, right? Created or created ad, you can add whatever here. And the value is important. This is one is important, okay? Status is inside the issue table. This name must match, okay? If not, then it's not gonna be filtered, right? Or sort. And created ad. So these two also have class name. We saw that earlier, right? We saw that here, this class name, okay? So we store this class name in that to class name here. Fine. And also look at here, right? You know, in the class name we have make question mark, means optional. Sometimes in some of the object there is no class name, but some have, right? So this is optional. If I remove this, then you get error. It's saying that, okay, you're missing the class name now, right? You're missing the class name, okay? So that's why something is only required in certain place. There is a provision, you know, like optional, right? Make it optional means you can use or you can have class name, maybe you don't, right? So that is all about that optional. So yeah, so this is the type. You define the type, you define the data here. Now we're gonna map through this column and display. So here now, right? So you can delete this, we don't need. And just map here, okay? So let's get that map. There is a map somewhere. Yeah. I mean, basically I'll just take just table row, right? Let's take that. Something is not correct. So table header on the top. Yeah, that is the header, then row. And inside the row, I'm displaying that. So I mean, I can write all that, but just copy this. So inside the, yeah, you're gonna delete that and just put here, right? Okay, so here you have a row. The important thing is, look at this, right? Just look at this table cell which was there before 3 times, okay, for the title, status and all. So now we just have one table, so table cell, right? When you have map, because remember we mapping this column, okay, this column field, right? This column field here, that's the variable column, that's the array you mapping. You're going to get first object, second object, third object, okay, 3 times, right? So that is column, first object, second, third time in the loop, right? And then every time you're going to display this table column cell. When you have map, right, you must put the key there, okay? Always you're going to need key. Class name also is there. So the class name is optional, so it will be okay, right? If there is a class name, it will add. If not, no problem, okay? Fine. So it's ready, right? Only thing is, now in the center, you're going to display that, basically you're going to display the name, right? Name, which is wrapped inside the link, okay? Link. So let's import that link. There is no link, right? Let's import that somewhere here. Import. I will, because see, we have the custom link here, okay? So I don't want to give the same name, right? So we're going to call it next. We can call that next link from next slash link, right? It's the same thing. Either you can call it link, but if I just give the link, then it will complain because the same name is used both places, right? So you can change the Control G. Yeah, you can change that name here. Next link. This link is from next link, right? You can name it anything here, but let's call it next link. And that is what you use here, right? Okay. Next thing is this arrow button also, right? So whenever you click, you want to display that arrow, okay? So we can import that arrow from somewhere. So maybe any like icon, right? So let's import arrow button, right? Arrow up, maybe not arrow up, something like that. Yeah, Lucid React, that is fine. Arrow up, right? So that will give us the button here. So the thing is order by. See here, search params dot order by, right? We don't have order by property in search params, okay? Where we have defined the search params here, right? Here there is only two property. Status, right? You just have status. You need to give the order by also. Order by, and that will be what? That will be, so order by is what, right? Let's say, what is the type of that? String. So because remember this search param, right? When we gonna click, it must be, so when you click here now, I mean this is already clickable now, right? When you click, it will go here on the top, like and something, order by, and then whatever the value created, add status, title, right? So this is, you must, the way you receive status, right, you must get that also, order by, okay? So that's why we have to put in the search params and define the type here, right? What are the types here? So first one is the status, that is the coming from status, and order by is basically just a string, right? And that is, I think that it should be okay, or yeah. So once we finish that, the next thing is, okay, let's continue with understanding this part here. So see in the table here, right? I mean, you add the key, class name also added, because you filter, you have filtered, you have each object, right? Each object from here, and that is what you are displaying, you are using, right? So the only thing now, right, is like a link. When you're gonna click, right, you want to go somewhere, and that link gonna help you, right? Remember the link means what? When you click button, you have the href, and you go somewhere. So this is what the link is creating. Okay, you just added the query, right? Query equal to or colon, right? Search params means whatever in the search param here, maybe there is something like open, close, get everything first and then include this second part, right? Like order by and column value, right? Include that one. Okay, so column is coming from here, from the map, right? From the map, let's say here, this is a column. It has already, like the value, which is the key of the issue, like title, uh, status, and created ad. You have all that there, three things, right? And that is what you're gonna, order by colon this. So it will create that query, right? The query basically it will create. Remember, there is search params already. You just added the new value, right, inside that object. Okay, and and then display the label also here in the link, because we're gonna need this label. Just look at now, right? If I click title, see, we get the title, order by title, right? See, it added and order by title. So why we have done this one, right, this way? Okay, why not we like just pass whatever we click, right? Because if you do that, right, then whatever you have here before, it will be deleted, it will be removed. Okay, and you don't want that. You want to keep this, right? Say if you filter in progress, okay, if you have filtered that, right? Sorry guys, just 1 second. Okay, so you want to keep the status here, whatever is there, and then you created at, you add extra parameter, right? So if you see, just look at there, or title, right? Whatever you select, it should update here. Okay, but you should also have the previous like filter, right? You don't want to get rid of that, just update that field. Okay, so that's the reason we have to work in this way. Basically, you get everything in the search params, like spread it here. That is object. Search param is object, and you have available, right, inside our, inside our component property props here. You have that available. This search param. Okay, so spread that. So whatever is in the top here, spread that, and then add the new field, right? New field. So that's it. I mean, we created this clickable. Now you click and there's a link, and that link will make, href, right? Which is equivalent to everything here with the status and adding the new property order by. Okay, that is gonna, that is what happened. And yeah, so what else is here, right? So next line, I mean, you see the arrow, right? When you're going to display the arrow, you don't want to display arrow everywhere, So it says when the column value, right, equal to search params order by. So if there is something, search params, basically if there is order by something, right, that is equal to this column value, means you clicked that one, right? You have clicked. In that time only you're going to display this arrow up component. Okay, that's why when I click somewhere, I'm getting that arrow, right? You can see that. Fine. So that's the thing. Okay, one more thing now, right? Yeah, we basically we added now the let's go back here, close, right? And then you added this status whatever. Okay, what happened? So open and the status, you added this field right here. So in the close, I don't know why it was not okay showing, right? So we added this part. Now we have to, basically filter this again based on this part. Okay, so that is sorting, right? Sort out. So how are we going to do that? So I mean, that should be simple enough here. So where clause is status, right? That is based on this status. So next will be order by, and what is the filter by? Maybe ascending or descending, right? So what is the property there? Yeah, so order by, and then the name, right? The, you know, like let's call it order by what? So it might be something like this. Let's say title, right? Title, and then you're going to pass the value ascending. But this title here, this value will change, right, based on what you click. See, whatever you click here, let's say we have order by status. Sometimes will be status, sometimes will be, you know, like created ad, sometimes will be title. So you don't want to put a hard coded value here. What we need is, so how are you going to pass that dynamic value right here? So this is search params. This order by is coming from search params. So search params dot, and you have order by, and that will give you a title, or, you know, whatever, right? Let me save this, status and created ad. See, you get that, correct? So this will automatically, it will be dynamic. Okay, when you have large number of data, right, you're going to see that the difference. Okay, so that's how you sort something, right? You can add a filter also. You can do the filtering. Okay. So there is something. Prisma issue find many, right? Invoke issue error, something. If there is undefined, what we're gonna do, right? Status. Unknown argument undefined, available options are marked with question mark. Yeah, I don't know why that error. So order by, that is fine. We just, you know, this will be okay, right? But I don't know why that error is there. Okay, so there is an error. Let's close this issue. Okay, let me just refresh the page one time. Window reload. Save. So the error is, right, yeah, basically I'm getting undefined here. Undefined. So right now, where is status, right? There is nothing. Also there is nothing. So why? Let's open that, go to the issue and view, right? And I'm getting that error. Save. So let's see, guys. Hope I didn't delete something, but this column looks okay. We have filtered that here. Search params and then order by, right? Column dot value. Okay, fine. And that's the label. So you click on that. Every time you click, it should update the route, and based on that, it should fetch the new data, right? So okay. Let's see. Let me take that out first. So right now nothing happened, right? Comma. So there is a property, okay, in the Prisma, right? You have to if you want to order something, like basically this order things work for database. Okay, when you fetch the data, right, it will give you the data in one format, like, or it will give you the data already ordered, whatever the options you provide there, right, it will just order the data, from top to bottom, left, right, whatever, ascending, descending. So right now we're just doing the ascending, so order by, and then we have this, right, and can pass search params dot order by, and colon. So you're gonna have ASC. So see, already it moved, like you can see now, right? If you click title, it's just doing the job. Okay, let's say open, 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 in progress, and close. You can see this is order already, right? Look at that. See, if I click status, right, open, 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 closed. But let's say if I click open. Okay, so when I click status now, right, status is open. Then I'm missing that part. Okay, that whatever was there, right, I'm missing that. That was the issue. So basically we getting the status undefined, right, undefined, undefined. Okay, so when there is undefined, it should return the everything. I don't know why it gives error. So uh status here. Let's make it empty. Let's see what happens. Still we get here undefined. Okay, okay, okay. So okay, let me fix. I will, maybe we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Okay, we will just if there is some solution, I will find out, because what is happening here is undefined. So I'm just getting order by is undefined now, right? Yeah. So when there is no order by on the top, I will receive undefined, and that is the problem. So maybe we have to fix it accordingly, right? What we have done, what we did here. Same thing, same thing before we update on the top, right? Sort order by columns dot value. Okay. So when we have open, oh, again, okay, I will fix that one, and then we're gonna continue. Maybe I'll just explain it later or tomorrow, right, in the class, in the before we start class. Okay, so let me save this and stop here. Order by is title, right? Order by is title. I don't want that for now. Delete it. Enter. Again, why? Something somewhere it's just saving down, right? Yeah, something is basically because we get undefined here, that will give us error. Okay, order by is undefined. We should not be getting undefined, right? We should always have something here. Okay, so yeah, so let me figure that out and then I'll explain tomorrow. So let me stop here, guys.